Hey, what's up everyone? It's Jamie. I just want to quickly go over why I flex my rights. And when I say flex my rights, I'm talking about my constitutional rights. And I flex my rights for a couple of reasons, but mainly because I don't know what a police officer is looking for. And when I say that, I mean a police officer could be looking for innocent details as far as I'm concerned, but to them, they're looking for corroborating details of a crime that has happened. And this might be my shirt, my skin color, where I came from, something I'm carrying, the way I talk, my name. You never know. And beyond that, you don't want to I don't consent to searches of my person because I don't know necessarily what's on me at any time. You know, there could be things on me that the officer thinks that might be incriminating of something else, something stolen. Maybe my driver's license was expired. I didn't realize it, and that's, you know, a ticketable offense. And beyond that, there could be something that was placed on me that I wasn't aware. Maybe somebody put drugs in my backpack and I didn't know about it. You know, a roommate or something like that, especially if you're in college or, you know, live with other people. And so I flex my rights because it is important to preserve my ability to not get incriminated for things which I didn't do, especially. And a lot of people have these logical fallacies that they entertain, that you need to respect the law, and if you don't consent or obey an officer, then you're disrespecting them, and why do you got to be a douchebag? He's just doing his job. And whenever I see people like that, I really fear for the future of humanity. But then again, public education, we have to thank for this idea that the government gets to do whatever they want to your body because they have a lower standard reasonable suspicion for searches of students, and basically public schools are like prisons now. But forgiving the public for giving into this government tyranny, it's really important to flex your rights and know your rights because you have to be able to preserve yourself from malicious prosecution and malicious officers, because their job is solely to put people into cages and to lock them up and to get convictions. That's just, you know, their job is not to be officer friendly. Their job is to find probable cause and put people behind bars who are lawbreakers. And people don't seem to realize this. They think that police officers are like friendly puppies that are there just to be entertained and to be loyal and friendly, but no, it's not the case. Their job is to do one thing, that's find evidence of crime and to put you in jail for it. Even if you're innocent, then it's too bad. That's for, as they said, the courts to decide or prosecution to decide. They're just there to fulfill their role. And so people need to recognize that this is a very serious issue, and knowing your rights and knowing how to flex them and how to, you know, say that you don't want to be there, you are, you know, want to be free to go, you're asking if you're being detained. I mean, that's really critical. And so, you know, watching things like Flex Your Rights, they have a DVD on 10 rules how to deal with police, watching Don't Talk to Police by a Regent University professor. Good ways to start to learn how to understand the Constitution and how to flex your rights. And, you know, I've done this many times in my life. You know, you wouldn't believe how many encounters with police I've had for, you know, where the funny thing is I've never been guilty of, you know, what they're looking for. It's always been some crazy circumstance, and I just happen to somehow be at the wrong place, wrong time. Not even in a sketchy area, but nonetheless. And, I mean, they will really go after you when you flex your rights, but you got to know how to flex them. And if they do that, then they start to back off because they think either you're a law student or your dad's a lawyer or your uncle's a lawyer or your cousin's a judge or something like that. And you know, it's one of those things that you make a cost-benefit analysis in your head, like, am I afraid they're going to abuse me? But at the end of the day, what's worse, you know, the abuse by an officer in the moment, or potentially many years of abuse sitting in a prison or, you know, up to a year in jail? You know, I think I'd prefer to face an officer than getting prosecuted because I, you know, happened to fit some description and everything, you know, didn't go my way, and I didn't know that somebody had put drugs in my bag because I had a roommate and they stuck it in, they hid their stash or something. You know what I mean? You never know. And for people who think that they're so above ever anything happening to you, I mean, you really need to drop your freaking pride. Because I've seen completely innocent people in court have their lives ruined because of things that weren't even in their control. You know, sometimes people have bad family members and they get in trouble because of their bad family members. Sometimes they have bad neighbors. Sometimes, you know, wrong place, wrong time. It's, you know, nobody's above it, and nobody's above getting nervous and misstating things and accidentally making a material, you know, false statement of fact to a law enforcement officer. I mean, it's just happens all the time. So, you know, that's why I flex my rights. I hope that you learn to flex your rights. And in the near future, I'll post more on flexing your rights because it's really important. It's a big passion of mine. And I did do a couple of showings of flex your, 10 rules for doing police flex your rights while I was in school, and did a speaking engagement on it. So, all right, well, take a look at the links below for some of those videos, and I'll talk to you later.